gotta go.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Able to find Shaheen here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First connection there. Of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, gotta go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Linval Joseph coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danny Trevathan. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
All right, now here we go, oh. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Leonard Floyd able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Oh, and Nelson's spaced out right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hurry, hurry.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Second down, Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action now. Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Carlson now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage is typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Blue.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, gotta go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Cousins. And this is caught off the deflection. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. First down, here's the run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
let's go.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Wright's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. To throw, Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Hurry, hurry!
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky going to let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
it certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Cousins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On the ground, it's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run the counter with Cook, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
To throw is Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 41 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Trubisky will throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 70 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Parkey adds the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Cousins now to throw on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's go.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Onto the field now come the Bears. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Sheldon Richardson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he's going to go down again. Emerson Griffin in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Red, up! Up! 180!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Sherrills to return it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They run it again with Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Red, up! 18.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11. Hey, picked off by the...
They've done it not just by out-athleting them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 56 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Lock in.
They pitch out to Howard. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
4 down. Check. Blue.
Now Trubisky. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, this is Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Linval Joseph in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Hey, you got 3. We got 3.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Rudolph has it left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He wasn't ready. Let's go. Watch 19. Trip.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Carlson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. The 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go back to Murray on first down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Throwing here, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. Room to run past midfield. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. Hey, 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cook. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, Be aware, a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Second down, Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He may try and run for this. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Going for it all. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
You got three down.
One last shot for Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.